And now the latest after Hurricane Michael. While the search and rescue operation continues in Mexico Beach, getting resources to that community remains another top priority. Yesterday, Governor Rick Scott met with members of the Florida National Guard to coordinate airdrops of food, water, and supplies.
I've called up 3,500 members of the National Guard that's helping. We have 17,000 utility workers. We have about 1,700 people doing search and rescue. We've already done the first pass. We're doing second and third pass.
The state has already stockpiled 3 million meals, 2 million gallons of water, and 2 million pounds of ice, which is being delivered over the weekend to the hardest hit areas. Meanwhile, the death toll after the storm continues to rise. That storm now claiming at least 18 lives across 4 states. And crews searching the rubble in Mexico Beach say they do expect to find more bodies. CBS 4's Omar Villafranca has more.
We got guys working over here from Tennessee in these areas north of 15th Street.
Search crews are still going door to door in Mexico Beach looking for survivors. Cadaver dogs are helping search teams find anyone who may have been killed in the storm's 155-mile-per-hour winds and 14-foot storm surge.
You see a lot of foundations that are there, but no homes.
Captain Ignatius Carroll is with the South Florida Urban Search and Rescue Team.
You have about 160 people that are out here conducting still some secondary searches and more thorough searches.
Carroll says after 3 days of checking on residents and sifting through rubble, teams still have more work to do, and it's not easy. A couple rode the storm out in one of these homes. One person was found dead, and search crews are still looking for the other. But what makes this job so difficult is that this is actually 3 homes that were sandwiched together, and the storm surge pushed these homes more than a quarter mile away from their foundation.
I used to have a really, really pretty house.
A tree crashed down on Angel Smith's roof before 2 feet of water poured into her home. She lost nearly everything.
It's horrible. It's demolished.
Smith says even though relief supplies are starting to trickle into town, more is needed. What do you still need?
What do we need? We need water. We need cell phone service. Cell phone service is a big thing. Water, power, everything.
First responders told us that they helped 20 people out of their homes today, and they also evacuated 4 families and their pets and took them to Panama City. 2 people were also transported for medical reasons. But one of the big problems that first responders are starting to see here is from residents who are trying to clean up. They're gutting themselves on some of this debris or stepping on nails, so now they have set up a small medical tent to help anyone who may need assistance. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Mexico Beach, Florida.
A search and rescue team from Fort Lauderdale Fire is also helping in the recovery effort. They're staged in Mexico Beach where they're looking for the missing and aiding survivors any way they can. And while those teams are there, so many others right here in South Florida are looking for their own ways to help, including these volunteers from BBX Capital family of companies. They've joined members from the group Feeding South Florida yesterday in Pembroke Park to pack more than 1,000 food boxes for people in the Panhandle. Each box providing 20 meals for a family in need. And of course, there are so many other ways to help people affected by Hurricane Michael. In fact, our Neighbors for Neighbors campaign actually came in the wake of Hurricane Andrew. And all these years later, we're still putting together those who have the means to help with those who desperately need it.